Alright, hey everyone, how's it going? It's Blake with ChessPathways.com. We're doing some more Blitz battles today. Hopefully I can play a little faster this time than I did in the last video, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, our ratings actually match exactly, so hopefully this will be a good match. We're starting with a Caro-Kann exchange variation. Bishop d3, that's one of the main moves here. c3 here is common, queen c7. Okay, and this line doesn't really scare me too much when they play knight f3, just because it is easy to develop our bishop. And I feel like black doesn't usually get too many problems here. Okay, now they moved their bishop twice in the opening already. So I think this isn't the best try for white to get an advantage here. I already feel pretty comfortable here as black. Okay, that happens a lot. So white gets the bishop pair, but I mean we have this rook on an open file, and white really has no concrete threats to make. Let's put the question to that bishop. Okay, start expanding. Okay. It's always a question in this structure, do you want to castle kingside? I think here we do. I don't know why white's offering us a draw. Sometimes the rook can be handy here, but here I think we just need to get castled. We're not going to castle queenside after expanding like this. Let's go ahead and put that knight on c4 and get the minority attack going. Yeah, this is also an annoyance when white starts attacking. But I think we're just going to have to deal with it. I wonder if he can strike back in the center. White's not castled, and I would kind of like to fight back in the center against the flank attack. I'm just not entirely sure what it really achieves. What's white's big threat here? If white plays h5, we exchange. They're going to play h6 next, though, and that's really annoying. If he play knight c4, I think they just take it. This attack could actually be really strong. This is what I hate about this structure sometimes. Let's play e5 and try to make something happen in the center here. Because I guess if white doesn't castle, we are just going to like take here, put a rook on e8. Our attack could come pretty fast too. Okay, they do castle. Let's put a rook on e8. We can play b4 possibly. We can play knight c4. This could be an idea to take on d4. Doing okay on time. We're about half a minute behind, though. Not the best. Queen f3. What if we just play b4? And if you take, can we play rook c8? Yeah. Alright, let's go for it. Obviously, a lot of times when the kings are castled on opposite sides, you get these really back and forth attacking games. White's going to attack our king, we're going to attack white's king. We're threatening mate right now on c2. And actually, how does white defend that? It's not really clear to me how that gets defended. Wow, that's harder than I thought to defend. It's amazing that none of the white pieces can really do anything here. Yeah, so opening that c file, that's going to spell bad news for white. Yeah, they have to give us that piece. And how to keep making progress. If you play knight c4, we're threatening mate, but they're just going to take us. e4 kind of looks appealing, just closing off the center there. We can also take on d4. There's a lot of good options here. Yeah, we're up a piece. Okay, let's play e4. Now can we take on... Yeah, I think we got to take here. Just defend that knight. Can't play rook c1, I don't think. Getting the two rooks for the queen is fine for us. What did we just blunder? Oh, just a pawn. Okay, okay. I got scared for a second. I don't know if you want to take that pawn, though, because now the A file's open. Although it's kind of hard to use, isn't it? Yeah, you got to take. I think now we just try to exchange queens. We're fine exchanging queens up a piece. That's a win. G4 is also hanging. Okay. What to do? Gotta watch out for time. Just attack that queen. And I guess we can take on g4 next turn. I think everything is kind of solidified now. Where does the queen go, actually? It doesn't have a good square. Maybe to a7. Oh no, but then we play rook a8. Oh yeah, okay, they have to give us the queen. Yeah, if they played queen a7, then rook a8, and there's the pin there because of the mate threat. Okay, let's get on that a file. Okay, let's just take on g4. Yeah, white doesn't have enough material left to really pose any threats to us. We can threaten mate here. I think we can even sack if you play a3. The attack looks really strong. Yeah, you don't have any more checks, I don't think. And mate. Alright, good first game. Let's go to the next one. Oh, he wants a rematch. I'll give him one if he wants it. Okay, it's a new opponent, actually. Here we go. Got the white pieces this time, and Ali Ekin's defense. Don't see that too often, but it does come up every now and then. Actually lost a very nice game in the simul I'm doing here on chess.com in this opening. Hopefully I'll make a blog post on that and analyze that game. I'll let you all know if you sign up for my mailing list on chesspathways.com. Totally free to join. Okay, I play the exchange variation here. Usually black's going to fianchetto the bishop with g6. And I've always found this line pretty pleasant to play for white. The kind of key is here you just develop the queen side first. You don't let this bishop really comfortably develop yet. You don't like play knight f3 and let it just come to g4. Rook c1's the move here. Usually it goes castle. I'll play b3. Okay, and I think this usually transposes. I think I just play b3 here. Black usually will castle here, and now d5 gets back to the main line. Knight e5. Now I play bishop e2, taking away the g4 square, and now I want to play f4 next turn. Yeah, f4. F5, f4. You play knight g4. This is all theory. Take, and knight e2. I've always kind of found this line really pleasant for white. Black kind of has this awkward pawn structure. Okay, you don't let him do that. You take on passant. And now they just have this backward isolated pawn. This pawn's doubled. I'm not entirely sure why this is really considered so great for black. Well, it's not. I mean, it's considered a white advantage. I'm just surprised the players go for this line, I guess. I've never really understood, like, the appeal of it. I think I just play queen d2. Of course, black has plenty of ideas here. The game's far from over. It's all theory. Okay, they're going to get on that e-file. If I play knight d4, you're going to take on c4, aren't you? You have that discovery on the bishop. I think bishop d4 is okay. I guess that's kind of the point. It's just a little hard for white to concretely make use of his advantages here. And the white king's a little exposed. Okay. I play knight g3. Sure. Okay. Now, do I just have knight b5 with a fork here? It's not going to be that simple, of course, because if we take this pawn, you have rook a8. d5. A lot of times I've seen this be answered by c5. I wonder if we can get away with taking this pawn somehow. c5, knight moves, we take the pawn, you play rook a8. Then your rook's coming down. I don't like it. Let's play c5. Gotta watch that clock. I'm not good at this. I gotta manage that time. Okay, let's take here. If you take with the rook, now I think we can get away with this. Yeah, you don't take with the rook. Let's go for this. I think I see some possibility here. Can we play like c6 in between? Oh, okay. Well, now we can move our knight away if you play rook a8. You're coming in to make some kind of threats. Let's come to the d6 square. That's a good outpost. Black's got some activity here for sure. Can we just play here, though? If you exchange this, our pawn's probably dropping, but then we're coming into c7. Currently up a pawn. You are on our second rank. That is pretty annoying. What else can black do here? Knight d2, maybe. But I don't think it's a big threat. Just play rook e1 or something. Okay, let's take on f5. Now we're up 2 pawns. Yeah, there's no way black has enough activity here to compensate for being down 2 pawns. We're just going to roll the queenside pawns too if we get the chance. Rook e1. You did just fork us. Yeah, exchange, you take on b3. Okay. Some exchanges there. Let's get back to their second rank. Actually, do we have to be worried about this guy coming down? d3, is our king in time? d3? Okay. Let's go for the attack. Threatening the rook. And the rook can't get off the back rank, can it? Okay, it can go there, though. Oh, the clock. Okay, I'm just going to go to this endgame, up a pawn. They have those 2 passed pawns. The outside one's really fast, too. Are we in time? Okay. I gotta start pushing. Oh, no. Okay, alright, push, push, push. Have to come here. You had some deflection trick, I think, with knight e4. Yeah. Get back here. Oh, no. Alright. Oh, it's not so clear, is it? How does black win this? Push the pawns. We're gonna lose. Oh, oh no, they didn't blunder. Oh yeah, they did. They did. We're gonna take their pawn now. It's a draw. Yep. All right, we saved that somehow. I'm pretty sure they didn't have to do that. I think they just blundered. Yeah, right here. There's gonna be some kind of Zugzwang, I think. Like if they just do nothing here. I think they can just play like king h7 and we're in... No, we're not. We can keep shuffling our king. I'd be really surprised if this wasn't a win for black. What about this idea? The king can come support the pawn. King f5. You play king f5 here. If I play h7, you're going to have knight g6, and the knight can watch over the 2 pawns. I think that will be a win. Because we're going to end up in Zugzwang. The king can kind of march the pawn down, and then the knight can come back and help at the key moment, I think. I think that's a win, but it's tough. And then earlier, yeah. So I thought this endgame would be alright for me with the 3 pawns, but it just turns out the black pawns are really fast. I wonder if we have any improvements here. Can we start marching the pawns faster, maybe? Probably not. These pawns are pretty fast. h4 here. Yeah, and here's the deflection I was talking about. I think black's threatening knight e4. Deflecting our knight, and then they can queen, so I think we have to play something like this, but then this is so strong. Yeah, so I kind of misevaluated this endgame. I guess just being up the pawn and having 3 connected passed pawns isn't good enough, because it's just hard to stop black's passed pawns. Alright, glad to save a draw out of that one. Let's play another one. Got the black pieces. His blitz rating's over 2250, so this will be a good challenge. And we get another Slav. Knight f3, knight d7, then back to a normal semi-Slav Moran variation if they play bishop b3. Yeah. So usually you wait for the bishop to develop, and then you take on c4 to make white waste a tempo. And a lot of players, when they first see this, they're concerned about this bad bishop here, but it turns out it's going to be not a bad piece. It's coming to b7, and we can play c5 at the right moment. Okay, yeah, here white's supposed to play e4. If they just castle here, it's really easy for black to get this break in. And I think black's considered to be fully equal in this position already. The lines here can be pretty complicated after e4, c5, e5, or e4, c5, d5. Okay, we're just going to keep developing. Put that rook on the open file, or soon to be open file, possibly. Okay, so now they're threatening e5. I think we just throw this in, though. And now knight c5 or knight e5. Which one do I like? Knight e5. I'm just a little worried about inviting like f4, e5 later. That's always going to expose this diagonal, though. to play either right away, do I? You can't play e5 right now. Let's just castle. Okay. Let's go ahead with knight c5. I don't think you can play e5 yet either, because we can take on d3, and we're going to deflect your queen away and then take on e5. Also, now your knight's hanging. We even have like bishop takes h2 in some lines. Yeah, can we do this? Bishop takes h2, king takes, and take here. Now your bishop has discoveries. But I don't know if they work, because then we have a check. Okay, so this line's a bit complicated. Bishop takes h2, king h2, queen d4. Bishop here. We give check. You play f4. I can't calculate it all. Let's go for it. Okay, you can take on b5 and get a pawn back. And all you're getting there is a pawn back, right? Okay, you're not even going to try to get your pawn back. Oh, I missed this discovery with the bishop. That's pretty annoying. Ouch. Now what do? I guess I have to play... Does that trap the queen? Yikes. Wow, I did not see that discovery. I was so worried about the rook discovery, I missed the other idea. This happens all the time in chess. You kind of see one idea from your opponent, you refute it, and then this happens. You miss a different idea. Okay, in Blitz, though, this might still be playable. Oh, no, now it's not. You have an in-between check to save your piece. Ouch. I'll play on a couple moves, I guess. The knight is trapped. I guess we're getting that piece. How are we doing on time? Down a bit on time. Okay, so I think if we exchange here, we can take here. Oh, no, we can't, because you're going to throw in this. Yeah. Yeah, this is over. Alright. I'll try one more. You have a win, a loss, and a draw. Here we go. Back with the white pieces. Roy Lopez. Alright, are we going for the mainline Berlin endgame? Let's do it. I like this kind of h3 line. It prepares g4 in some lines. So white's main advantage here is white has a healthy 4-on-3 on the king side, black's 4-on-3 is crippled on the queen side, but of course white has the bishop pair here. It's been a while since I've studied the theory here, actually. I was avoiding this endgame for a while, but I'm starting to go back to playing for this endgame. I think in some of these lines, white just expands really fast on the king side. Yeah, I know this h5 idea, so you're going to try to, like, expose our pawns a little bit, but if you play g5, does your bishop get trapped? I won a game very fast one time, like just attacking this trapped bishop, like with rook d4. But of course, black doesn't have to allow that. Okay. This seems okay for us now, though. Can we even, like, pin you on the e-file? If you pin you, you just come to f7. That's no big deal. Knight e4, maybe? Then you play bishop d5, maybe? I'm just looking at some crazy line. Knight e4, bishop d5. Can we sack the exchange, take on f6 with check, take on d5? I kind of like that, actually, because then your bishop's still trapped. And don't we have two pawns for the exchange there? Yeah, so I'm willing to sack the exchange if you play bishop d5. I'm wondering if you... Okay, let's go for it. Maybe this was a bit too creative, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, and then I thought here we just play f4. Your bishop's not really trapped, though, without a rook on the back rank. That's unfortunate. So we might just have to give up this pawn. Yeah, this probably wasn't the best idea. Can we just take on c... Nah, then your rook gets in... Okay. Huh. Let's play f4. c7 is hanging. If we take it, you're probably coming to our back rank, though, and just making it difficult for us to develop. Can we come to e3, then? You can just attack the knight on e3, though, too. It is defended for now, but if we want to, like, develop somehow. This is just hard for white to kind of develop in this position. Yeah, I think I misevaluated this exchange sacrifice. I kind of evaluated it too superficially. We do have connected passed pawns, though. It's always nice. Knight f5. If you come down to e2, is that a big deal? Everything's defended for now. We don't have to do anything. What if we just play king f3 and keep everything under control? Now we're down a minute on time. It's not good. Okay, I was wondering if knight g2 was a threat, but you got out of it. Yeah, we're just all tangled up here. Let's play f5. I don't know how I feel about this rook being on b2. Okay. This is not good. Oh, you're attacking our knight. Low on time, too. Oh, I just want to make something work here. I don't think it does, though. Something like knight d5 check. Oh, right, you have that. Check. Oh, and now knight d5 check doesn't work. Check. Yeah, yeah, we don't have a knight d5 check idea without the rook there. And we're just going to lose. Probably on time and on the board. Yep. Yeah, so that exchange sacrifice, not the best idea, probably. Let's go back and see what happened. Okay, so after f6, I feel like white's going to be able to keep their healthy majority here on the king side, but their king does get quite a bit exposed because we did choose to expand so fast. So knight e4 is probably not the best idea here, because after bishop d5, if we don't sack the exchange, we don't really have a good answer. So here, my other move was rook e1, but I don't think it accomplishes anything. You're just going to play king f7 probably, maybe bring the rook to the g file. And our king is actually pretty exposed. Despite the queens being off the board, you know, we have some concerns here. Rook d4. Rook d4 right now doesn't do anything, right? Because you take on g5. Yeah, I will definitely have to review the theory of this line now that I'm starting to play the endgame again. For a while, I was avoiding this. I was playing, you know, kind of weird things to get the black player out of theory. Like d3. d3 has become popular at the top level, actually, just avoiding these really theoretically complex endgames. Or even lines with queen e2 right now. But I think really against the Berlin, one of the only ways for white to really get an advantage is to go for this endgame line. So I've been trying to get back into it. So this game will be a good learning experience. I'll definitely make sure to study the theory there. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to sign up on chesspathways.com. You'll get a free move-by-move guide to chess thinking. You'll get access to our exclusive content and contests, and I would be happy to stay in touch with you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.